In this worksheet entitled Merge Center, if you were about to print this, or use it perhaps in a presentation, it would make sense to center the information that we see in rows 1 and 2. And rather than taking the information which actually is in cell A1 and deciding whether to move it to C1 or D1 and just guessing as how it might look, instead of doing that or trying to put in leading spaces, why not simply select all the cells in which we want this to be centered along with the data? And we might be interested in doing the same thing with the row below this too. So you might start by selecting both of these. Now the feature we're talking about is in the alignment group on the Home tab of the ribbon. It's called Merge and Center. However, if you try this feature, you will get a warning suggesting, based on what I've just done, that I'm not going to get that data from row 2 placed properly. It's going to merge these into one cell, keep the upper leftmost data only. So let's cancel this. Looks as if we need to do these separately. Well, I'll do one of them and then come back and show you a way to handle both at once. Let's just focus first on this idea, highlight this, merge and center, there we are. So what has happened? Well, the most obvious thing that has happened is that the data is centered left-right within those cells. Not so obvious at first maybe is that this is one cell. This is all part of cell A1, and there is no B1 or C1 or D1, etc. in this worksheet for the moment. All the data is in A1. We did a merge and center. Now, if we really did want to take care of the second one again, it wouldn't take us that long, but let me press Control Z here and then select this group of cells, letting go of the left mouse button, use the Control key, and then highlight the second row. So it's two different selections. Then we can press Merge and Center. It takes care of both of these at once. And most of the time, this feature is used for centering titles. It's fast and it's efficient. And nearly always the examples that you see are horizontal. But you can use these in a vertical way as well. And I wouldn't suggest that we necessarily must do that in this case. But to give this portion of the worksheet a different look, imagine if we could put the word expenses in column K here. So let's first move that over here. I'll just drag it and let's get rid of these cells here. Right-click, delete, shift cells up. Let's rotate this, make it vertical, but not the vertical option under alignment, but rotate text up this way. But then let's merge this and center it across these cells. Merge and center, make the column a little bit narrower. And then the last thing to do here would be to put this in the middle when we're talking about vertical alignment, middle align this way. And possibly one other choice too, make that text bigger or add another word or phrase. Now, again, we've got more crying needs sometimes, but that has a certain look to it. And maybe adding a background color would be something you'd want to do too. And a border and so on, all the different things we do. So you can use it in that way too. Again, a little show-offy maybe, but I think the major use, the more prominent use of this is what we used here in rows 1 and 2, simply to center titles across a worksheet.